arms today. Let's go. It's that world heavyweight float. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair fake and float. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated folk. You came prepared, now get ready for the show. Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, friends? Yes, indeed, for a second time, no, your eyes have not deceived you like they may have been deceiving me upon the NBA broadcast tonight. Is it me? I thought I may have possibly been having some flashbacks to sometimes from, maybe some shrooms or maybe something else past hallucinogenic medication that they use. I thought maybe I was tripping. There were colors on the scoreboard at the bottom. Did anybody else see this? Let me know if you did. Or maybe because I was so delirious that my Celtics were losing the game, I am going crazy. It could be any of those, actually, and it could be a combination of all three, to be completely honest. So, as I come back to you, yes, a second time indeed, I apologize to everybody. We're having some bad storms here in Nashville the past couple nights. So, that being said, the storm knocked my power out, and I was trying to get it back on for the last little bit, and I think it was just the sports gods saying, why are you not watching your teams? Now, that would be rude because then my team proceeded to lose, but my Mets are still winning 8-0, ass whooping casserole, as we say in the 703 boys. Shout out to them, everybody there. But anyways, yeah, so everybody, I got a special guest joining me today. My brother Amul, the Agilist, will be joining me in just a second. Before that, I do want to say shout out to, again, I was in the middle of my shout out earlier to Wildcard Mar and to Bobby G. Thank you, Bobby G, for hosting us in Vegas. What an amazing weekend, fast-paced weekend. Lots of partying, lots of let's just say shout out to the PH is all I'm going to say. If you don't know what PH means and you want to do a little perusals in the Vegas area to find out what I may be talking about, Cinnamon and Destiny and April, they were all fun to hang out with for a little bit, even in the VIP. As they say, there is no sex in the champagne room, my friends. No sex in the champagne room. You've got to remember that. The ladies will get mad if you try. No, I'm completely joking. But anyways, that card was really good. I gave Sunday night a B-. Saturday night a B-. I gave Sunday a A. Sunday was awesome. Brock Lesnar retirement, Roman Reigns beating CM Punk. Just a tremendous evening. Mar and I have floor seats, really good seats. We're about, I want to say, 20 rows from the ring. The only problem was a lot of times in these events, people want to be standing up. And so Mar will attest to this on the next show we do, but I kept having to tell people to sit the hell down. I was like, hey, y'all in front, you ain't made of glass, windows, your doors, sit the hell down. And my boy Mar will be like, yo, calm down. Omar will be like, nah, man, we paid a grip of money for these seats, for these people to be standing up, blocking our view while I'm trying to see the ring. Sit yo ass down. And everybody sat down, and ain't nobody have a problem. Because if they would have had a problem with the Street Professor, they would have got mic 1 and mic 2. Check mic 1, check mic 2. Amul knows all about that. I used to hit him with 1-2 back in the day on the basketball court. Anyways, let's go ahead and bring my brother in. Hey, Amul, the Agilist, is joining us. How are you doing today, my brother?
Okay, to set the record straight, first and foremost, it was me pulling you off. I had a feeling I was going to bring this up. pulling you on
That's great.
Silverbrook Elementary School's like playground while you were trying to beat on somebody. How you doing,
Yeah,
everyone?
probably too many times. I
Yeah,
remember
one too many times.
I remember one time, and I want to apologize to this gentleman. Do you remember Michael DiLorenzo from our
Yes, I do.
elementary? I have
Yes, I
no
do.
clue what he's doing these days. Do you know what he's doing these days?
I do not know what he's doing. I have not Googled him in the last
Okay, I don't just go
year and a
around
half.
Googling old
Well,
schoolmates. What
I'm
is
sure-
wrong with
I'm-
you? Are you
I'm
some
sure
kind of
you
like
did.
Ted Bundy stalker or something? Are you like going to start cutting up old classmates and we're going to find them in your fridge?
That was my way of telling you I don't know what he's up to. Is I
All right,
don't
well,
I
anyways,
don't Google people like.
I remember this one
But I
time.
will say that is a very deep cut. That is a very deep cut.
Because you talked about fighting, and we weren't fighting. We were doing a wrestling match, me and him, on the blacktop,
Sure.
like outside. And I picked him up and didn't like mean to, but kind of like pile drived him and dropped his head on the ground. And we got called into the office for it. And I would like it wasn't on purpose. I wasn't trying to hurt him. We were just wrestling and messing around. And
Yeah.
it just happened to happen. So I felt really bad about that. So actually, I hope he's doing well. All best wishes and blessings to Michael D wherever he's at. Hope he's doing
And
well.
all the other Silverbrook Elementary alumni.
And all the other Silverbrook VA reps. Let's go. The Silverbrook Seahawks. But anyways, Miss McCall. Shout out to Miss McCall. Always
Yes.
wearing the purple. We love her.
And then popped up on daytime TV shows for the rest of our days.
Yeah, and hey, I mean,
Yes.
if you can say that your principal is now a star of daytime TV, we got to give her an applause.
She was so like she was just in the audience. You'd have to figure out where she was every week. You don't remember that?
You can make yourself a superstar if you want to be one, Amul. That was my point. All right, that's all I mean. Now go ahead before we get this show kicked off.
Good to be on the show.
Banter back and forth. Pull your camera down just a tad so that your face is lit. There we go. And now go ahead and let everybody know where they can find your account, what you do, and all that good stuff.
AM23 Photography on IG. AM23photography.com is the portfolio website. And just come on by. There are new sets. There will be new projects by the end of the year that I need to start. And you actually might see some stories from me before the end of the year that have been long in wait. So just working on a lot right now, but getting back out there. So having a good old time with it. Shout out to Portrait Meet DC. We had a shoot Sunday out in Jones Point, and it was fabulous. So shout out to the PMDC community.
Hey, there you go. Shout out to PMDC. Y'all tap in with them, and you tap in with AM23 Photography on Instagram. My brother takes some amazing photos, so go check out his spread. You definitely want to subscribe and tap in with him. Is that music too loud on your end, my friend?
No.
All right, perfect. All right, cool. Let us kick this bad boy off then. Let me know if it does get too loud, though, because there are some loud parts. I'll turn it down if it is. All right. Let's kick this bad boy.
Are you throwing a rave over there after this?
No. I just like, okay, so I don't like when there's like quiet in the record. I don't know. It's just something with me. I know a lot of shows do it, and I know a lot of people like it that way. My mom doesn't like it with the music, but I'm just like, I like it with a little bit of background just in case there's like pauses, So I just don't want it to be loud though and overbearing of our talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, he may stop if like a jazz solo plays. That is his thing. Just want to put that out there.
Yo, if I bring out the jazz flute, just like and start twirling around. You know that I got a good batch. Anyway,
it just means I'm carrying the show again. That's all.
Well, that's if the internet goes out, which may happen. So let's go ahead and kick this off then, because it might happen soon. Shout out to everybody joining on Instagram now. I just got y'all hooked up. My bad on that. Internet got knocked out by the power outage that we had. So, all right, cool. NFL football draft. Yes.
Yeah.
What a glorious draft it was. I am going to give the grades from the draft, and there was a reason I am wearing the Raiders. And before I show this list, I must put a disclaimer on this. This list is not my list. So don't come at me in the comments talking about I'm a homer and I'm biased and this and that. No. This list came from Pro Football Focus, and it is based on wins above average added from the players in the draft. Cool? So this is your 2026 best NFL draft classes. As you can see, Pro Football Focus has my Raiders at number 1 with the most by far, 0.5 almost wins above average added with the players. So really good draft there. I will say about my Raiders, I was hoping my brother D. Cleasy would be able to join me to talk a little bit of Raiders, but the problem with the Raiders draft that I did not appreciate was we missed some chances there. In the second round, instead of, this is no hate at all against Trady and Stukes, the great cornerback out of Arizona, but I really wanted Denzel Boston at this point because we have no number 1 receiver, and we needed a receiver for Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza. And Denzel Boston, big body, 6'3", would have been a perfect number 1, X receiver. We don't have that now. So now we're going to have to probably sign a free agent. Maybe I know you're talking about maybe Jawan Johnson from the 49ers, who's a free agent. So we'll see. What did you say there, AP? How embarrassing is it that you have to wear Raiders gear to hide being a Mets fan? Whoa.
I love that.
Listen here, buddy.
I was hoping you'd wear your Mets hat tonight. Tonight.
Well, I mean, have no fear. The Mets hat is always around. We can always slip on a Mets hat because we won 8-0 tonight. So AP, you can take that and shove it up your biscuit house. All right, I got something for you, AP. Hold on, I got something.
How you doing, AP?
Let me give you something here. This is let's see which one will be good for you. I think
don't mind him tonight. He's yeah. You know how Omar is.
You get the Mario death sound. That's what you get. Because your take is booty. Anyways, okay, moving on. No, I wish the Raiders would have done better, though, really, in terms of we went too much in depth of cornerbacks. We picked up 2 cornerbacks and 2 safeties. I know that our, defensive backfield needed help, but we don't need that much help, and we needed depth at defensive tackle, offensive line. We didn't pick a D tackle until the 7th round. Shout out to my brother Brandon Cleveland getting picked. I'm going to be hoping he's on the team. But so anyways, the Raiders, in my eyes, could have done better. Again, this is not me being a homer. This came from Pro Football Focus, not me. Anybody tuning in, I agree. I do not think it was the best either. I would have had them in the top 5. It would have probably been top 3. No, Alan, this came from Pro Football Focus itself. So this did not come from me. All I did was put the list into Chat GPT and tell the style that I want, and this is what it came out with. You know what, Chris? I ain't got no time for you. You can take one of these, my friend. I love you, Chris. Glad you're tuning in. Yeah, the Raiders are not going to be that much better. I think they're going to have – I'm sorry I'm covering your face, Amu. I wish I could move it. I can't. I will next time. But I think the Raiders will have – look, with Kirk Cousins – no, hold on one second. First of all, that's hilarious. That's a little fantasy football inside joke. But that's actually you and Peach. But anyways, Kirk Cousins coming to the Raiders. Let's talk about it. Look, I like this move. I like bringing Kirk Cousins in. I think that having Kirk Cousins to not only, I don't want to say raise like he's a baby, but help Fernando Mendoza get acclimated to the game of football. You know what I mean? In order to, lead this team that isn't that great. The offensive line still isn't great. I know we signed Tyler Linderbaugh. We upgraded, but I think you need to start with Kirk Cousins back there, and just go with that. Start with Kirk Cousins. Go from there. Take your time with the rookies. And so that way I'm not blocking a Mole's face anymore. I had to fix that real quick. Take the time with the rookie. Let him learn under Kirk Cousins. And then if he needs to start for some reason, Kirk sucks, or he gets, God forbid, injured or anything, then you can throw the rookie in. If not, then he can come in next year, just like you did a la Aaron Rodgers. What do you think, Amol?
I'm good with it. I would love to see your top 5 instead of you relying on Pro Football Focus. I'd love to see and would love to see where you place the Raiders draft.
No, they would still have been in the top 5 for sure, and they probably would have been top 3. But I will say that I really like the Jets and Giants draft. Both of those guys. I know the Giants are in the top 5 here, but again, not my list. I think the Jets and Giants had excellent drafts, especially the Giants getting Arvell Reese to drop to them, and then Francis Mongoy, great alignment. They're going to have a really a solid draft there. And then the Jets, they had luxury picks with the tight end there in round 1 that usually doesn't go that high, but they had a really good draft as well, filled holes. The Ravens, really good, rounded out their depth. Right. What they needed as a playoff team with Lamar Jackson was to make sure that they had the depth around their team. And Baltimore does a really good job at that. That's why Baltimore was always one of the best drafting teams, and they still are.
I'm surprised that Caleb Downs fell the way he did. I'm surprised that. Yeah, I will say that, because first I thought we would get him, the Commanders. I thought the Commanders would get him, but I was actually kind of happy that the Giants whiffed, not once but twice. A little sad that the Cowboys got him, but we got a good guy in Sonny Styles. So, we got a guy to replace Bobby Wagner for years, and we're good to go there. But I don't know necessarily if I'd place us 6th, maybe, 7th or 8th perhaps, because I think that we needed at least a corner. We only had, 6 picks that I see? We only had 6 picks. We needed a corner, and we needed a bigger wide receiver. I'm sorry, I'm not going to throw complete shade on getting on Antonio Williams, but he's 5'11", so he could be a Santana Moss type. But I felt like if we got like a Boston, then we would have been okay. Like a big-bodied receiver who could be a number 2. That's what we're missing. I'm curious to know with the Raiders, are you guys filling out the O-line? Because I haven't paid that much attention to you guys in the offseason. Are you guys going to be able to protect Mendoza?
Well, you would have heard that we signed Tyler Linderbaugh to the center from the Ravens.
Yeah, so, I saw that. But aside from that,
we still have him. Well, we have him now, and we have Colton Miller. Still one of the best tackles in the league. Shout out my UCLA brethren, 8 clap. And we got a couple young guys on the line, so we'll see what happens there. I think there's still just around average line, 15 to 20 in the league, somewhere around there. So it needs to be better. But that's why I'm saying start Kirk Cousins for a year. He knows how to work with bum lines. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah,
I do agree.
No, that's true.
I do agree with
you. He had one in DC to an extent.
Yeah, and I do agree with your Commanders. I think that they had a really good draft. I think getting Sonny Styles there where you did, was a really good pickup. And I think that you filled holes as well, similar to what the Ravens did. Now, I think the Ravens are a better team in general than the Commanders at this point in time. But if we're going back a couple years ago, the Commanders were playing the Detroit Lions in the whatever that was, second round of the playoffs.
Yes, I think we're playing them in the second round and we lost. So I mean, maybe we'll get back there soon someday. Maybe it'll be like it was when we were kids, but we'll see if that actually happens. I'm taking a more measured approach because we did not do well last year, and to only get one win, 1.87 wins above replacement. Yeah, okay. That'll put us at what, 6-11? Maybe 6. Yeah. Weren't we 5-12 last year?
I don't know. I don't remember what your record was, sir.
I'm guessing. I'm going off of memory.
I believe it was something like 5. Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 wins, I thought.
If someone wants to correct me, I'll stand corrected. But if we can get 7 wins, that'd be cool this year. But I want to see how the rest of the.
That's what it was. The NFC Championship. Thank you, Chris. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to be wrong, so I said the second round. I remember because I was at Bungalows in what? What are you talking about? Are you talking to us or are you talking to Beach? Beach said they beat the Lions in the playoffs. Amul lost in the NFC Championship game to the Eagles. There you go. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the correction.
Thanks,
Calm
Shane.
down, Chris. Just because I don't know your team like my team, I don't need to know your team. I just remember I was there watching the game. I don't remember what damn game it was, but yes, it was the conference finals. Anyways, my whole point was to the Redskins fans now blowing up the the Commanders fans now blowing up the chat.
It's okay, you get a pass. It's okay, you get a pass.
Oh, I know. I grew up there. I know I do. Which, by the way, Peach, I completely agree with you. You and the Guardians got the shaft while the Braves and the Chiefs get to skate along like nothing's happening over there. But anyways, I thought y'all had a better draft. The only reason I put you below the Ravens because I hate the former name that we will not say team. Your team.
You hate us? You still hate us?
I've hated y'all since I was 5 years old when the Raiders beat the Commanders in the '83 Super Bowl when Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen. Bring up Marcus Allen once again, please.
Marcus Allen had an 83-yard run where my man done spun around and did a whole pirouette and ran down their throats. And the only hogs that were being cheered that day were the ones that the DC fans were sucking on because they sucked ass and we won the game. And that's how I became a Raiders fan.
You were 3 years old. You were watching Sesame Street. Sorry, I'm going to say it. And
Sir. I watched it, sir. First of all, don't be trying to call us out by age, letting everybody know our government. First of all, don't do that. No, sorry, but I was 4 when I saw it, and I saw it.
Age yourself up.
I saw it on tape, in the basement of my neighbor's house. He had a big screen, one of those big, people used to have projectors in their basement.
Yes,
so he had a projector, and he put in a tape. And I remember sitting down in the basement floor. I was 4 years old. I'll never forget this. And he puts in the tape, and I watched this game, and I'm like, I'm a Raiders fan for life. Forget the formerly Commanders.
I saw it live, so it is what it is. But you
didn't see it live. Fun. You're the same age I am. How'd you see it live?
I think Dad put it on. Like
you would have been 2 years old. You wouldn't have remembered that.
This was 85, wasn't it?
No, it was 83.
No, 83. Oh yeah. No, I was. That. Maybe we'll see. Anyway, moving on.
Peach, what kind of record? What kind of record do you got? What kind of record you got, Peach? Chris, too. What record do you got?
Yeah, Peach, tell us what kind of record you got.
Says I love what they have done in the offseason and draft, but they neglected the offense, which I understand because the defense was so bad. But I'm worried about the offense, especially the wide receiver position. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they're depending way too much on getting Ayuk.
They are. Like, why? They've been talking about Ayuk the entire time. What if we don't get him? You're going to rely on Burks, who, yes, makes spectacular catches. But, and he's 6'3", but... we need someone who's a bit more seasoned, in that spot, I think.
Bring your camera down
just to play it all on Ayuk and just say, hey, listen, we're just gonna wait for the 49ers to be like, we're done with you. They can take the 49ers have all the cards in this case. You were talking about Vegas earlier. The 49ers are the house in this case. And the Commanders can't beat the 49ers, I don't think.
And that's what Chris was saying earlier, telling the 49ers to stop acting like an ex-girlfriend with Ayuk. So I haven't heard these rumors, but I guess that means that the 49ers are they trying to maybe sign him back? Is that what we're saying?
Maybe.
Chris, wow, that's crazy, bro. 11-5. I mean, you better hope y'all are fully back to form like you were, and you better hope Mr. RG3. I mean, Excuse me.
Jane Daniels.
Mr. Jaden Daniels, the RG3 Part 2, is going to be healthy and stays healthy. God forbid he gets hurt again. But 11-5 says, and Treylon Burks was a first-round pick. I mean, he was.
Yes,
that doesn't mean
he was.
Yet. He's not there yet.
But I think he needs to put on he needs to put on a little bit of more muscle, and then we should be good to go.
Shane Peach says 8 to 9 win ceiling. There you go. That's more realistic, Chris. 8 to 9 win ceiling, most like. I don't know about 5 and 7. That's a little low, bro. I think Jaden Daniels will at least get you 8-9 wins at least.
No, I agree with Shane.
Really?
Given where we are, like 8 and 9 is the ceiling at the moment. But I'm gonna say 7.
I mean, like y'all said, you were in the championship
5.
game 2 years ago. How could your team be that much worse now?
Well, I wouldn't say that we're that much worse. You remember what happened when RG3 first came on, right? He set the league on fire, just like Jaden did. So, like, we were playing with house money the entire time. And so it didn't really surprise me. I'm not saying that was a flash in the pan. It certainly wasn't. It got everyone re-engaged in the Commanders, and, everyone realizing here in the DC area that you don't just have the Nats, you don't just have the Caps. You got the Commanders, and they're the ones that started it all. Like, they're the granddaddy of all the teams. So we'll see when they move into the new stadium. I know they're going to move into the new stadium the next couple of years, but next year I believe the draft is coming to DC. So
it is. Yes.
Are you coming to DC? Are you gonna
bring
the show on the road, or
I may bring the show on the road. I may be there to cover the draft. Hopefully so. We'll see. Maybe I'll be on ESPN by then. I'm going to talk it in. We're going to manifest that. The sports professor on ESPN, Ball and Buds. Call me ESPN. I love y'all. I'm willing to work almost for free. You got to at least
go for Rich Eisen. Go for Rich Eisen on the Rich Eisen
show.
Yeah,
he's back. Hey, Rich, call me in. Rich, he hosted Sports Center the other day. For
he did.
SVP. By the way, SVP, fellow Terrapin, baby, call me, man. Please bring me on the show. I would love it. Please. Anyways, before I keep begging, let's keep it moving. So, fun fact about Sonny Styles. Sonny's father, Lorenzo Styles, was a 2-time first-team All-Big Ten linebacker at Ohio State and was drafted in the 3rd round, and this is going to make you feel old. In 1995, his dad was drafted.
Oh, wow. Okay.
By the Falcons, and he won it. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl
with the Rams.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this was he won it in '99, right? With the Rams.
Yeah, they won.
I want to say
Super Bowl 34, whatever 34 was.
When Kurt Warner was at the helm, why cause a concussion?
I'm pretty sure it was 99.
Why cause the concussion / Mountain Dew?
Have you been having White Claws and Mountain Dew? I was super super bad schedule years ago. Played a lot of bad QBs, and y'all had a lot of last second wins, as you remember, because we talked about that a lot. It was like the Pats last year and like the Bears last year. We'll fall hard this year with a first place schedule. The first place schedule, right? And the Rossini thing as a distraction. Now, look, I don't think that's going to be as much of a distraction for y'all as it will obviously be for the Patriots. But sure, yes, I think your team is involved. I forgot how you said it was involved, Peach, but I think your team is somehow involved with some, like, maybe she was hooked up with one of your, I think you said on the Sunday Showdown with the guys that y'all are doing over there on Clever D's channel. Now, y'all go check them out and tap them within. I think you said Rossini had hooked up with one of your people on the Commanders, I think, to get, like, information. Let us know in the comment.
I think it goes deeper than that, because Rossini was originally, or at least I remember her being part of the DC contingent on like ESPN or something like that. So she was tied into like the local sportscasters. So before she went national. There might be that angle as well. I didn't know there was like another. I was totally prepared to like come on and talk about Rossini and Vrabel.
I mean, I guess you're more than welcome to. I don't like to talk other people's business like that, but I know that you wanted to, so please go ahead and give your take, sir.
I'm gonna say it from this angle. All I know is the other pictures that came out, whoever took those photos, like, is getting sued. That's all I know.
Get sued.
You're going to get sued.
Why are you interrupting other people's privacy like that? The guy that took the photo, the guy that took the photo said, "Oh, well, I thought it was him and his wife." Well, even if you thought it was him and his wife, that's more reason you shouldn't have been taking photos of them. Why are you all supposed to?
Unless you're at conventions and they paid to be there, you should probably leave celebrities alone. In my opinion, you should probably, unless you're like walking on the streets of New York and you just happen to run into Bill Maher. That's a story for a different time.
Look, it's fine to ask celebrities for pictures. It's fine to, as long as they're not eating dinner, as long as they're not using the bathroom or doing it with their families, it's okay. But at the same time, you should not be taking private pictures of people in a bar kissing, especially if you don't know who they are, or if you're trying to be underhanded and you really did know who they were. Because if you knew who Mike Vrabel was, I'm pretty sure you knew who the hell Diana Rossini was.
Yes.
So whoever you are, picture person, you're not a good person for that.
That's photographer. Also, what the hell was that angle? I'm sorry, if you're an actual photographer, I'm sorry, I'm going to speak as a photographer now. What the hell was that angle? Like, if you're looking to get a photo and sell it to TMZ,
well, you get a better angle. It's grainy and
get a better angle. Don't sell that. Don't you sold it fine. You sold it for $50 in a pair of socks. But what are you doing? Like, what are you really doing?
Oh, that's right. That's what you said. That she was sleeping with McLaughlin, your GM at the time. Okay, got it. Says.
And that's where I think she was tied in, because I thought she was doing the beat with on Fox 5 for a little while. I
never knew she was in DC. I never knew that.
Yeah, Shane cross-referenced this with me because it was either DC or WJLA. I know you're listening, but course correct me on that if you can.
Can they get sued and lose there in public so they're allowed to take pics and or film? No, he's not going to get. I'm not saying he's going to lose, but they may have to settle some kind of. Actually, why am I answering this? I've got a lawyer literally in the house with me right now. So, can you help us out on this legal question?
So, well, it's legal and not legal, but you are in the public domain, so they're allowed to take pics and be filmed. You're right. But it also comes from a morals code and a values code that maybe you should probably leave people alone when people are having dinner or doing whatever. You are right, though. Like, can they get sued and lose? Absolutely. The case can be thrown out and might get thrown out based on spec. But I'm not that person's lawyer, so we'll see. I am not a lawyer. Please do not ask me for lawyer advice.
And I am not a crook. How's that for political humor? No?
That's a really old. Yeah, you want me to bring up my Sean Connery impression now?
I thought you would like the Richard Nixon.
I did like the Tricky Dick impression. I did like. I'm very impressed indeed. Gosh, I'm very impressed at your Tricky Dick impression. Yes,
I agree it's legal. I agree it's legal, but it's not right. And I think there is some kind of probably civil statute, isn't there? Where
there's a civil. It's a civil suit. Yeah, a civil suit can be brought. Okay. So it's it's legal. There'll probably be a civil suit brought up, and we'll see what happens. Like, honestly, if you're gonna take pictures, take better ones. Stop relying on. I mean, I've got an old phone, I guess, at this point, but stop relying on an iPhone 5 to take photos if it's going to be that grainy, or an Android from 5 years ago.
But again, isn't that the great investigative photos? How's it for a throwback? Silk stockings photo or a.
Don't make me pull out my full frame camera. I will pull out my full frame camera and point it.
No. Hey, I know Peach would know this. But you might know this too. You're a nerd. Peach is not as much of a nerd as you are, but y'all both.
We're both nerds.
I know this. The duck that was the cartoon duck after Silk Stockings. That was the comedy on whatever channel that was. You don't remember that? Investigator or something too? It was like a really raunchy,
but then Marvel bought him up and he showed up in Marvel movies.
Was that Duck Eye? Was that the name of it? That was the name of the show?
I don't know if it was Duck Eye. I don't know. Howard the Duck? Is that who you're thinking
No,
of?
Howard the Duck was the movie. I'm talking about the show that came after Silk Stockings on USA. I think it was USA.
That I don't know. No, that you yeah, that is not no. I don't know that show.
Investigative.
Now we're looking this up live, ladies and gentlemen.
Duck
Welcome to
on USA after Silk Stockings. Which, by the way, if y'all Silk Stockings, what a tremendous show. Also, if you're a pubescent, horny teen, also fun to watch. Just talking about for a friend, not for me. Let's see.
Detective Duck. It looks like Duck Detective.
Duck Detective.
Something
like that. Is anyone going to give us the right name? Is anyone going to give us the right name on this show? I know I didn't just imagine this damn show. I know I didn't imagine this show. Hold on, Mike. Hold on.
You just got the Mandela effect. That's what it is.
He said, "I promise you, softcore guy." I'm not gonna lie. Hey, little pubescent teen, if I could speak tonight, pre-pubescent teen action. Yeah, Silk Stockings was a little. I don't know what that was. Anyways,
yeah, I don't see it, but I'm sure it was a good show.
It definitely happened. Yeah. I know that happened. I know at some point in my life that I know I'm not making this shit up. I know I'm not.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I think just the name will actually come to you. It'll be fine right. if it wasn't Duck Detective.
I want you to the show. Okay, so I'm great. I get to describe this again. So it was a show after Silk Stockings, and it was a duck, and he was like a raunchy duck, and he was like a private investigator, and he like slept with women and like cursed a lot. I know you know what show I'm talking about. I know you know, Pete. You're gonna come through in the clutch for me on this one. I know it. All right, hey, Amul, throw out a football player that got drafted, and I'll give you a fun fact about them.
A football player that got drafted.
Yeah, any of them, anybody from your
Okay.
team.
2 seconds. Bon Calicamanos.
Okay, you know what? You could have just told me something easy. I don't know how to spell that. Moving on. Never mind.
Sunny Styles. Sunny Styles.
I already gave you one about Sunny Styles. It was Duckman. Duckman, not Duck Guy, Chris. Duckman. Peach beat you to it. Don't even try that. I see Peach's first. Duckman. That's what it was, not Duck Guy. Although same thing pretty much, Chris. So I give you half. Peach
gets 20 points to his chosen Harry Potter house.
Yes. No, Duckman.
That's still something that we do on the show.
I really thought you would have known that show, Amu. I really thought that would have been down your alley.
I knew Darkwing Duck. I knew Darkwing Duck. No. I knew Howard the Duck, but I don't think I ever watched Duckman. So,
well, as you mentioned,
sorry, Charlie.
Just to let everybody know, there was a record attendance in Pittsburgh. Shout out my brother Klitsch B. Pat McAfee, hit me up, brother. Just get a brew and talk some business. 805,000. Yeah, I was just going to say that. For now, Washington, D.C. next year is well to hit over 1 million people for show. Also, next year in the draft, the potentially loaded 2027 quarterback class with Arch Manning, Dante Moore, and more. No pun intended. Might be 5 or 6 first day QBs just like we had in 2024. So we're looking at a really good class there. But you never know these days.
One of the mocks says,
you never know.
One of the mocks says Arch Manning going to the Cardinals.
Okay, well, I mean, they need a QB after getting rid of Kyler Murray. He's now up in Minnesota fighting with J.J. McCarthy for snaps. Shane says the best part of the show, Duckman was the voice. Oh, that's right. Jason Alexander from Seinfeld. That's right. He was the voice of Duckman. Yes, that's right.
We're going to solve this real quick. We're going to solve for those that want to stream Duckman. Let's see if it's available on streaming.
Oh, yes. Let me know. Because I got every streaming platform, so I can definitely get into that. Say it was like a little Rick and Morty before it came out. Yeah, okay. I haven't really watched much of Rick and Morty. Not going to lie.
Duckman is available on Paramount Plus, Prime Video, and Pluto TV.
Okay. The whole complete
series is
All right.
The complete series is available for digital purchase on Amazon and Fandango at home. I would, though, recommend getting the DVDs if you can. If you are able to. DVDs, Blu-rays,
Old
whatever.
school style. So have you been using DVDs a lot lately? Because I found my DVDs in storage, and I was going to start using them again. I'm thinking about it.
I've been leaning back more towards possibly getting Blu-rays just, as and when I need them. I have limited storage here at the apartment, but I have storage, in other areas, and I can go ahead and do that. I can go ahead and store DVDs. But no, more or less I've been streaming. But for certain things like vinyl, I've got a pretty robust vinyl collection, including your favorite artist, Taylor Swift. I've got one album of hers. Yeah. Now you want me to dig through my crate? I don't know which one I have.
I don't need your DITC in on the program. Don't worry. Just hit me up later with it. Chris Haynes says, by the way, your boy McAfee still got a receipt coming for CM Punk. Hey, WrestleMania was wild, bro. It was even better live, like your boy was, because I am a superstar and y'all are all marks. Sit your ass down. All right. Y'all wish you had baller money like me.
You say that, but will you tune in to Jerome Powell's final mixtape of his term tomorrow? If you won't, then are you really baller?
I mean, I may be recording my own new album. Yes, your boy, the Street Professor, is working on a new album, his magnum opus called Serenity Pass. It will be out next year. I got a whole bunch of artists joining me, famous artists that I got to jump on the album with me. So, and some of my friends from old times. So look forward to that. Pete says DVDs are the best with this streaming. These motherfuckers change things and cut things out. I was watching Roseanne. That's what a great show. And there seems before she went on some racial rampage, Roseanne. There are scenes missing on streaming. That's all I know. Well, that's exactly why it's missing on streaming, because Roseanne went missing after she had that racist rant of hers. Like, look, we don't have to agree on politics, but you also don't have to be an asshole and not like people because of their race or their minority or their religion or whatever. It doesn't even make sense.
And they're cutting scenes across TV shows. Like,
I know.
I think for a while, I mean, we all know what happened with Bill Cosby, but like a lot of stuff was cut from his show. Friends, keep going. Like, I can keep going. Like, I think the X-Files, some stuff was cut. So
just because he overdosed?
I think it might be because he overdosed, or they just think
ever. You might as well take everything off of streaming ever, because if you think that most of these rock stars and actors have never done drugs, or you're very much tripping hard. So.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's what these streaming services want to do now. Is that they basically want to cut for time, and it makes you want to go get, like, I don't know, the 7-season series of like Suits or something on DVD.
I mean, look, I understand if it's racist or really, really bad, I guess sexually or something like that, but what are you going to do? Go hit everything from Beavis and Butthead? Like, what are we really talking about?
I don't know.
Shout out to
want
Chris
to make more money.
Oba
Femi.
Oh man, that entrance, the Trick Williams entrance and the Usos entrance were the top 3 entrances. The whole crowd, I know it didn't look like it because I watched the replay on ESPN. I know it doesn't look like it on TV, but the whole place was going bananas. Anyways, all right, cool.
I got a question for you. That's slightly back on topic. Spencer Fano. Do you remember Josh Fano?
Yes.
From our elementary school days?
Hey, yes, sir.
I'm curious if they're related.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. That could be. But hey, shout out to Josh Fano. You know what's really funny about that is earlier when I was trying to remember Michael D's name, I was thinking of Josh Fano first. Josh Fano, one of our oldest friends. Shout out. I haven't talked to Josh in a long time, but I love Josh.
Me neither. Josh was great.
Hopefully he's doing
well. Josh was great.
Shout out Josh.
Hope everyone's doing well, man.
His mother was very nice to me. Everybody back in Silverville. Shout out. Says, why does Barney get to drug women and How I Met Your Mother, but Crosby gets heat for? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it sure was.
Jacket. Yeah.
That was great. It went down the whole entryway. I don't know how much they paid for that. I mean, it had to be fake mink. It couldn't be real, obviously.
Extensions, maybe?
I mean, it had to be because it was like his whole coat went down the whole WrestleMania entranceway, which is like probably like half a football field. It was like a road, like following. Huh. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
He was wearing a house coat, as they used to say.
Very, very long one. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's keep it moving on. Wait, who did you say earlier, by the way? That's what we. No, you're good.
Spencer Fano. You wanted me to give a name.
No, we talked about it.
Give.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you did say Spencer. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to give you a fun fact on. I got the beast up here from The Athletic. Shout out The Athletic.
I also said Carnell Tate. I thought you were pulling this from your memory. Come on, man.
No. Why would I know these things off the top of my head? That makes no sense, bro.
Because you can easily remember them.
Not just all of these random facts. Now you got me looking for. I can't even find. There he is, Spencer Fano. Let's see. He has 4 uncles that played in the NFL. Holy cannolis! Talk about good.
Okay, so maybe tangentially related to Josh Fano, perhaps.
I highly doubt it. I don't remember Josh having any football player family, but maybe. And then you said
second cousins, third cousins. Yeah, Carnell Tate.
Let me give you a fun fact about Carnell Tate. His fun fact is he says that if he would watch one movie for the rest of his life, this is you bum, Carnell. Fast and the Furious, you Vin Diesel bum. You Vin Diesel, what?
Come on, man.
Get out of here.
You're not about family? You're not about family?
Oh, is that what you're doing now? Are you part of the family? Is that what you're about to say? Are you part of the family? Go ahead and say it.
I'm part of a different family, but you know what I mean.
Do you have a Vin Diesel? Do you have a Vin Diesel impression?
No, I don't. I do not have a Vin Diesel impression. I haven't been working on it. No.
It's all a part of the family. I don't know if that was like a half Godfather, half Vin Diesel mix.
That was half Godfather, half. Yeah. What are you doing Pacino from The Godfather?
By the way, great movie.
Yes.
Heat. I rewatched Heat the other day with Pacino and De Niro. What a tremendous.
Heat's amazing.
What a
Heat's
tremendous
amazing.
movie
That's maybe okay. I want to ask you a question then. Not like what movie would you watch over and over again, but what modern movie that you like do you actually really want to go see, or have you seen that you just has stuck with you?
Like recently or in the theaters?
Yes.
Or what?
In the theaters or streaming.
Well, see, I watch a lot. I watch a lot of. Hold on. I watch a lot of horror movies. So this thing's hurting my ears. I'm gonna turn my thing on. I watch a lot of horror movies. So a lot of them, no one's gonna really. Why is this? No one's. All right, say something real quick.
Check 1, check 2.
No.
Ground control to.
All right, hold
ground
on.
Control to the moon.
I'll be right back because.
That's all right. I'll carry it, per the usual. So.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you though. Okay, hold on 1 second.
You might need.
Yeah, let me jump back out and jump back in. Keep talking for 2.5 seconds.
Right.
I'll be right back.
So, I was asking him that question while we're waiting for Omar to jump back in. I was gonna suggest Sinners.
Hold on.
Because Sinners for me, from a cinematic standpoint,
keep talking for a second,
was fabulous. Just the way it was shot, just the way, and I have other friends who can speak better on this than I can, but the way it was shot cinematically, the way it took you from a visual aspect, what you were seeing, and then how the dancing scene that won so many awards, just kind of blew my mind. Plus, I'm a fan of the blues, and I do believe B.B. King was. I think that was his last role.
Oh.
So Sinners for me would be the movie that I would more than likely rewatch. I think I have it on DVD at this point. I think I do. as far as other shows, I've been watching. I got through Suits. I got through Billions. Billions is freaking amazing. How many people out there watching Billions? What are you guys watching right now? I'll pop into YouTube to see if you guys have any. But as far as TV shows, that's what I've been watching. I'll say this: I'm gonna start early a little bit on the Red Sox talk. I know we're saving that for the end, but I've talked to some of my friends who are both, they're Red Sox fans. They didn't want to see bad news happen to, our hometown team, and others that were, just joyous. I'll save the illusions for later, but it was very much a split community in regards to what's gonna, who they, how we felt about Cora. Personally, and I'll save some of my other stuff for later, the illusions and such. I just felt like it was time. You're at a job for a certain amount of time. You think about retiring. You think about, hey, I could stay there forever, but inevitably you lose some of the, I guess, the magic that you had before. A couple years back, I was at Fenway, and they had Bernardino opening, and this is back when they were using openers, and I was like, what are you doing? Between the mismanagement of the bullpen and just not being able to connect with the younger players, I think that's what effectively did Cora in. So we will see how the Sox do moving forward. There is some talk that we might win the World Series next year. I don't hold much credence to that just yet. I want to see if we can actually build out our bullpen. And if we can, great. If not, then c'est la vie. There's always next year. But there's one... Jared Carrabas, shout out to Jared Carrabas, who posted this tweet a couple days ago, actually yesterday, said that went back to 2003 when the Sox fired Grady Little, and then the Sox won the World Series the next year, followed it up with 12 and 2013, and then 2017 and 2018, when they fired Farrell, and then they won the World Series the next year. So we'll see what happens. 2027 is also scheduled to be a lockout year. So for anyone who's planning on going down to spring training, my suggestion would be, save your money for right now. I have a feeling there's going to be a lockout coming. Without going too much into other things, because I think Omar is still okay. Anyway, there has been some talk. I'm going to move it over to go back to the NBA for a second. Curious to know what you guys have been thinking about the NBA playoffs thus far. Celtics are certainly doing decently well, even though they lost lost tonight. But how are y'all feeling? I can't. I can't. Maybe it's under Omar. Trying to pull up the live stream so that way we'll be good to go. I can't find the live stream. All right. Well, if you're on YouTube,
Almost there. Hold on.
okay. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to try to see if the comments are on there. Where are you pulling the comments from? They're
Omar? On my side. They're on my side.
Okay.
They only show the admin. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. All right, never mind then.
So
Chris I've been talking a lot about entertainment stuff, a little bit of Red Sox stuff, and I was just about to get into the KD to DC thing.
So Chris Haynes said, watch Weapons on HBO.
Yeah.
Director is from Manassas. Your wife knows him. I watched it. I was not very happy with the ending. I thought it could have been a better ending. But, hey, a lot of people did like the movie in general was good. I was just disappointed by the ending. I thought it could have been better, and it took away from the movie quality. Says it's up for multiple awards. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people said it was good. Shane said, you should have talked to Danhausen to take the curse off your Mets. Hey, we won 8-0 today. So shout out to my Metropolitans. Hopefully it's over. No, look, our season's done. Our season is done. Soto was hurt the first 2 weeks. He comes back, and then Lindor gets hurt with the same injury. We're cursed this year. There's only been, I think it was 31 teams in history have had a 12-game losing streak, and none of them ever made the playoffs. Or no, there was like 2. Was it 2? Might have been 1 or 2 that made the playoffs. So it's very, very hard to do. And the worst part about it is that the beginning of our our schedule was the easy part. We played all shitty teams to begin our. So if we are this bad now against crappy teams, there's who says we're going to be anything against the better teams when we're playing them down. Now, thankfully, the Phillies.
Well, you've got the Nats. The Nats are coming. I'm going to a Mets Nats game in a couple weeks. So
you should be able to for a dollar and some paper clips.
That's not the way it works.
Those are 2 horrible teams.
So I know someone. He's my investment guy. Shout out to Chris, who is also a Mets fan, and he and I were talking about you actually recently. And I mentioned how you were a Mets fan, and he was like, listen, first and foremost, like he used to go to games all the time with his wife when he was in New York. Now he's in Tampa. But he was like, hey, listen, it's a long season. You're going to win some. We're definitely going to lose some. Like, try not to worry about it, which I know you can't do, but that's his take.
I'm not worried because the season's over. I've already proclaimed it over. There's no way.
But the season's not over is his point, and I trust him because I'm not to say I don't trust you, but I kind of trust him in this regard.
Whose name is the sports professor and has a live TV show featuring themselves as the sports expert? Huh?
I mean,
this guy.
But who gets me 25% back on investment returns?
I mean, I don't know. Geico?
What?
I don't know.
No, not that.
Affleck?
No.
Affleck.
All right. Anyway.
No Affleck? You don't like ducks?
No Affleck. I don't do Affleck, man. You know the impressions I do. You know for years. Anyway. Has anyone seen Billions aside from me, or am I the only one out there? And we got some people commenting, and now that Omar's got the comments back up.
Has anyone seen what? Billions?
Yeah, Billions. It was on Showtime for years, and I just streamed. I streamed the whole series recently. So, yeah.
I haven't. But if anybody else has, let us know in the comments. I don't watch series because they take too much time, and I don't want to be investing time into a series having to watch 5, 6, 10, 12 seasons. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's why I like
says the man who liked Duckman.
Watch it, it's over. And I said I like Duckman. You didn't have to watch every episode. It was a comedic show where you could just come in and out. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to have to watch all these. So I won't even watch a show if it's more than 5 seasons. And that's why I also wait till the shows are done. So I know how many seasons I have to watch. So like Stranger Things, I haven't even watched yet. And if it goes to a 6th season, it's getting very.
It's done. It's done. Spoiler alert, I'm not in it. I thought I was going to be in it in 2018. Turns out I was not. So we've moved on. Yeah. You don't remember this? I lived in Atlanta in 2018. So I used to walk by where they were filming. We've never talked about this before.
You were just going to be some rando in the back crowd? Is that what you're saying?
Honestly, yeah. There were a couple places where they were not only Stranger Things, but other Marvel movies at the time were filming, and you would just walk behind, and if they're lucky enough to catch you, then great. If not, then c'est la vie.
Well, I think Adele has something to say for you.
Hello. It's
John C.
I love that. I said that to you the other night. It so cracks me up. And so,
that's a good one. All right, let's get back on topic. Chris Haynes says, why Ty Simpson's in the first round to the Rams? It's not like you drafted, when you drafted Kerry Collins in our fantasy draft.
Why Ty Simpson to the Rams? Because Les Snead didn't know what the hell he was doing. Sorry, are we allowed to curse? Sorry, my bad. He didn't know what he was doing. That's why. Because Les Snead basically let Nike. I mean, I don't know where Nike is now. Bill Belichick's dog. I don't know where Bill Belichick's dog is now, but Les Snead let Nike make the pick. That's what happened.
Yeah, I heard that Les Snead make the pick. That's why Sean McVay did not look very happy at the podium.
There's no need to draft him
after the pick was made. I agree. No need to draft him whatsoever. That's a luxury pick. You needed receiver. You should have got Mekhi Lemon at that point. If not, there were multiple other people out there that could have helped your team for this year when you're trying to win a championship in what could be Matt Stafford's last year. You could have waited and got many other quarterbacks. Now, look, is Ty Simpson going to be good? I don't think so. I think he's an average at best, probably career backup, in my opinion. But some people, my boy Bobby G, shout out, hosted me in Vegas, thinks he's going to be better than Fernando Mendoza. I don't believe so. But, some people want to say that. But look, if you're gonna sit him for a year like we're doing with Mendoza and you think that it's gonna work out and it actually does, then great. In the long run, that's fine. But if it costs you winning, if the opportunity cost is you losing or not winning the championship this year, then that's way worse, in my opinion.
Unless you're planning on throwing him on the field as like a tight end. If you're planning on throwing Ty Simpson on the field as a tight end,
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. They're not going to do that. They're not throwing his soft ass as a tight end. My boy would be crushed in 2.5 seconds. He would lose a speed.
I was thinking
Micah
of the Saints
Parsons comes across the middle and hits him with a Roman Reigns spear.
I was just thinking of the Saints quarterback that does that. What's his name?
The tribal chief.
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me. The
Taysom
tribal
Hill.
chief. That's right.
All right, let's move it on because it's already been an hour and we just got through NFL. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk a little basketball. We got a little playoff update. I got the bracket here. Let me add that. Boom. Got a little bracket action here. So this is the updated bracket as of today. So as you see here, oh, wait a second. That's not the one. There it is. All right, cool. So as you see here, we got the bracket going on. OKC swept the Suns. Sorry, Clubber D. And as well, we've got, all the other series are okay so far. The Rockets have been a disappointment. The Magic have been a disappointment, both down 3-1. The Knicks are whooping ass right now. I think they may be about to win the game. They were up 20 last I checked over the Hawks, but that's been a good back and forth series. My Celtics lost tonight. It's now 3-2. Them over the Sixers. I still don't see us losing. Spurs are up 3-2 over the Blazers. Wolves up 3-2 over the Nuggets. Surprisingly, Jokic has been held down by the Wolves. The Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, who also started COVID around the world. I'm just messing. That's a throwback. That is a throwback. You remember when he rubbed all the microphones when he was in Utah?
Yeah,
I was being funny. And then the next week we were all on lockdown, and it was like, you asshole, Rudy Gobert, you French.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly how it happened.
That's exactly how it happened.
It's exactly how it happened.
No, I'm not joking, but it is how it happened. But anyways, what do you think about
You know what Ernie Johnson called him? You know what Ernie Johnson called him?
No,
the Shaquille O'Neal of the modern era.
That's wild.
He was trolling. She was trolling Shaq.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right. What do you think about the playoffs so far? Any thoughts?
What do we know about Victor Wembanyama's injury? Can he come back? Is he?
He did.
Because that sort of hinges upon my response.
He played last.
If he played last game, looks like he's going to play the next game too. I want Victor to kind of. I think they'll beat the Blazers. Wolves pull off the upset. Lakers stave off Father Time. Only because KD is like deciding it's Cancun time already, I guess. And has, and OKC's already moved on. Detroit at this point is a pretender. As much as I want them to be a contender, I'm sorry, you're done. I'm gonna go down the Knicks series. Knicks and Celtics. As far as the Cavs, Raptors go, who's up in that series?
The Cavs, I think, are up 3-2, or it might be tied 2-2.
That's the only one that I'm not like tied much into. Give me the Cavs. I'll take the Cavs on that. As far as
just give us this. Give us your NBA Finals and your champion. How about that? Give us that.
If NBA Finals, if Victor stays healthy, then I'm gonna have for the finals probably the Spurs. Give me the Spurs and Celtics.
All right,
but then the Celtics to win. And then if Victor's not healthy, give me the T-Wolves. And just to shake things up, don't hate me for doing this, but let's go Knicks, and then let's have the Wolves win it. If Victor ends up, yes, that's where I'm going.
There's only one person that ever gets a caveat on this show, and you are not him, sir. So save your caveats for later. You get one pick. All right. Anyways,
you asked me who I thought. I told you if Victor was
NBA Finals pick and a champion.
Yes.
I didn't ask you for more.
Yes, and I quantified it. I said if Victor is healthy, if he's not healthy. There were two different directions I was going with that.
He already played. He's healthy.
All right. Also, I should get the caveat because I've known you for ages.
Who is going to be the MVP? Shai or Jokic?
Ooh. If Victor's healthy, Victor. If not, give me Ant.
Also, Rookie of the Year. Wait, what did you just say? Ant. There's only two in the voting process, okay? It's Jokic and SGA. There's no one else even involved in the voting process. Who's one of the two? Why do you keep drawing outside the lines? You're one of those kids that used to draw outside the lines when you were in class, weren't you? Bum. I say pick one of two. Jokic or SGA.
By the way, I do. You guys do love it when he does this, right? I've known him the longest, probably. So, Omar doing this is just classic, isn't it?
Jokic or SGA? Stop talking, Dick.
Oh, sorry, SGA. My bad. SGA, my bad.
SGA, I got SGA too. Rookie of the Year, what'd you think about this? I picked Cooper Flagg to win the Rookie of the Year. He did, but a lot of people are surprised. They're saying Con Kneppel should have won. It was the closest finish in 25 years. Flagg received 56. I don't think it was that close, though. I know 26 points separated him, but that's a lot of first-place votes to separate.
That's a lot of first place. Yeah, no, that's not close.
Thought VJ Edgecombe was better, which was probably the beat writer in Philadelphia, if we're being completely
probably shout out to the beat writer in Philadelphia. You probably picked him. Good for you. What do you think about I'm fine with Cooper. I hope Adam Silver is happy. That's just what I'm gonna say. I hope Adam Silver is happy.
I know what you're talking about, and I am right there with you, my brother. Oh, conspiracy. There ain't no conspiracy theory anymore, Adam Silver. We see what you are doing, okay? And the ghost of David Stern just floating through your attic, just telling you what to do at night. We see what you're doing, sir. All right. Let's keep it moving. More NBA news that came out today. A lot of NBA news coming out today. So first of all, we've got new news on the front of the federal charges for the bribery. So it came out yesterday about Chauncey Billups being charged formally. And then it came out that Terry Rozier is facing even more charges for soliciting, accepting bribes, and other things. As we remember, I talked about on this here program, the professor of Semanalmente, about the charges and how they were running a gambling ring, an illegal gambling ring, where they were using all this high-tech equipment, Amul. Like they were using like scanners under the table to check cards and all this stuff. What did you think about that craziness?
I mean, I think if you can get away with it, go for it. But
coming from a man of the law, that's not what I expected.
You probably shouldn't. It's
not what you've ever told me. Why didn't you tell me that advice? I like that advice.
Because the reason why I can give that advice is because I'm not the one doing it. Now, if you were to be like, "Hey, Amul, would you ever do this?" Probably not. I'm a fairly smart guy. But
as a legal extraordinaire, I don't think that's solid legal advice.
First, I am not a legal extraordinaire. I like to play one on TV, but I'm not a legal extraordinaire. And, you know, I think that should they have done it? No, but they did, and they got caught. If you're going to do something, don't get caught.
All the way.
If you're going to get caught, if you know you're going to get caught, if you know what you're doing is wrong, don't do it. You know, that's all I'm going to say.
It's kind of hard to run illegal gambling. It's kind of hard to run an illegal gambling ring with a bunch of people and not expect to get caught at some point, especially with the prominence.
It's going to catch up to you. It's going to. 100%.
Yeah, somebody's going to
have some morals, have some values. Like, stop, mucking about. And already, if you've got a decent life, no.
Yeah, you already got enough money that you really don't need to be doing that, right? Like,
you're a retired NBA point guard, Chauncey. Like,
I love me some Chauncey Billups.
Terry Rozier, you're a retired shooting guard? He's
not retired, but he is now.
I guess he is. Yeah. He is now. You were revered in Portland, and now they won't open the door for you.
He really thought. He's a former Celtic too. I love Terry Rozier, but he thought that telling somebody he was going to be sick and then having massive amounts randomly bet on the game that he gets pulled out of because he's like that. Come on, bro. They're going to flag something like that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's a risk that's just not worth taking.
Yeah.
Or at least tell them 2 weeks before. You know what I mean? Let them know, hey, in a couple weeks, I'm going to do this. Just bet a little bit or something. I don't know.
No, come clean. Come clean. You
shouldn't be telling people to do this.
I'll put it like this. Gambling has become such a big thing in our sports, right? Come clean to the commissioner. Let him know you're doing it. So at least, he's here. They've alerted the commissioner's office, and maybe, just maybe, you'll skirt by with a fine. But because it would in that frame, I'm thinking that it would still be under the gambling umbrella that the NBA, the NHL, everyone else already is okay with. But if you're betting on games you were back in people were back in the day, in baseball, that's I don't know. But by the same token, Pete Rose should already be in the the Hall of Fame. That's a different, that's a different ball of wax we can cover later. But yeah, anyway, next question.
All right, cool. Moving on to the next thing. There also other big news today was tanking. They are now going to, or the governors voted on instituting some anti-tanking proposal for the draft lottery, which is termed 3-2-1 lottery. This expands the lottery teams to 16 teams with flattened odds and a relegation zone where the bottom 3 teams would be penalized with fewer lottery balls, and the lottery balls are the ones that if you get picked, obviously if you don't know, then you get the number 1 pick, and then they pick those different lottery balls out of the basket and does them corresponding with the number pick that you get. This is going to start in the 2027 draft. There's been a lot of talk about tanking this year, including your DC Wizards, formerly known as the Bullets. What do you think about this proposal?
First, props to them. Okay, here's what I really think. No, I'm not going to BS around. It seems like they're doing this to include some play-in teams, which is nice because the play-in teams, I'm sorry, I love the tournament. I really do love the tournament that they have, the NBA Cup, but the play-in team should probably be in the lottery, as it were.
I can accept that.
Props to whoever came up with the phrase 3-2-1 system, because you got it from 3-2-1 contact. Try to convince me otherwise that you didn't. And for those that aren't aware, that was an old show.
Very old, very deep cut.
Very, very deep cut. I'm okay with this for the moment. I want to see what the Wizards do. And you and I can talk about that later if we want, or I can spend some time here on it. But I want to see what the Wizards do, because it impacts teams that have been basically rebuilding, like the Wizards, like the Clippers, forever. Like at some point you have to stop, rebuilding and end up like the Rockies in the MLB, who lost all those games last year and have already won the 13th, 14th game this year.
They're playing better this year. Yeah.
The parity has to, the parity has to increase, is my point. So I'm okay with it for now. What I am curious to know is if some of the lottery balls are going to end up sticking. So we had frozen envelopes years ago, right? When we were kids. Will some of the lottery balls stick?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That's great.
With Patrick Ewing and the like. But, Patrick Ewing to the Knicks, but I want to see if the lottery balls will stick. If they'll
another David Stern conspiracy. True.
I want to see if Adam Silver's got it in him. What's he gonna do? That's where I would. That's what I think about it. It's a good rule. It's a good rule.
I mean, I don't know how much it's going to change. I think teams will still tank. They're going to have to do a little bit more than that, I think. But it is a start, and that is the thing that they need to do was start. Because look, man. Yes, tanking is good if your team sucks, and I would want my team to do it too. So, I wanted it last year for my Raiders, so we got the number 1 pick. Now, athletes don't do that. It's the teams that want that. Athletes don't want that because they're obviously competing for their own jobs, so it's a lot different. But in terms of fans, most fans like me, I'm like, man, we suck. Yeah, tank and get a better pick. But in terms of integrity of the league, and if it hurts the league, sure. Yeah, it hurts competition, of course.
Yeah.
Or at least it just makes it different, because there's some games that maybe a team is tanking that come as automatic wins, and there's a playoff race, things like this, and especially.
But they also throw games too. They also throw games. Yeah, now we're going back to the gambling thing.
Well, let's stick on that. Too. Let's stick on that. Let's stick on gambling, because you talked about gambling. We talked about gambling earlier, and you mentioned how it's so embedded now, and that is the problem. Yeah. The problem is that all of these leagues, and it starts with Adam Silver first. This is his fault. He was the first one to accept gambling in his league. All of these leagues are now intertwined with gambling, and even the NCAA is intertwined with gambling, to the point where they even were letting their former student or athletes, as they called them, now regular NIL and soon to be salary revenue recipients, they were allowed to bet on pro sports. So now we have this story that comes down today with the NCAA investigating Texas Tech Red Raiders quarterback Brendan Sorsby, who is taking an immediate indefinite leave of absence from the program as he enters a treatment program for gambling addiction. Industry sources confirm that Sorsby bet on Indiana football when he was a redshirt freshman for the Hoosiers, so he wasn't playing, that should be noted, when he bet on his team. He placed hundreds, maybe thousands of small bets on sports as well, but this was legal at the time for them to place bets on pro sports. In January, Sorsby transferred to Lubbock after starting 2 years in Cincinnati. You'll remember he led them to the playoffs a couple of years ago as the undefeated team. His deal with Texas Tech is expected to be more than $4 million, one of the highest paid figures in the sport. But what can the NCAA do when, as we mentioned, they're so intertwined? Players who bet on games, this is the rule, players who bet on games involving their own school face potential permanent loss of eligibility. Betting more than $800 on pro sports could, like any person would know this, could cost a person at least 30% of a season. Last year, so anyways, essentially there are rules and fines and eligibility losses for betting on your own team and on more than a certain amount of money on pro sports. But this is a big deal, because this is the first person that got really caught in terms of NCAA football, but also the first college athlete to put themselves in a treatment program.
That's true, which is good for him to put himself in a treatment program.
I think it's forced. That's okay.
It's forced, but also wasn't he getting NIL money?
Yeah, I guess you got to do that to get the money. They're probably like, we gotta send you here just to clean up your image real quick.
So if you're getting NIL money, I'm just curious, like, are you that? I'm gonna say, I hate to say it this way, but
well,
I'm
this
gonna
was
say
before he got the NIL money, though. This was before.
Oh, okay. Well,
these are when he was a freshman at Indiana, redshirt freshman. He wasn't playing.
Oh, okay. I thought he got the NIL money like while he was redshirting as a freshman.
No. This was like a couple years ago that he was doing the betting.
Yeah, no. Probably best for you not to get caught, young sir. I mean, good on you to be in a treatment program and enjoy the NIL money, but you've got a couple years, maybe more, until your reputation's untarnished.
I mean, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. If you're going to be so intertwined with them, then just let the people bet. You shouldn't bet on your own team. That's a given. I think anybody should know that Pete Rose. But other than that, I mean, who the hell cares? Y'all are the ones that are making money hand over fist. And what, people can't just bet a little bit of money here and there? Get out of here with that.
I mean, I won't derail it because I know we got to get back on it. But, like, there's so many, like, have you talked about Kalshi on your show yet?
No, you can go ahead and talk about it.
So, real quick, basically, it allows you to bet on anything. And that's, to me, it's appalling because I'm like, you could bet on, like, there was literally, there was a lecture. I read about this recently. Somebody had bet that a biology teacher wouldn't say no, it wasn't a biology teacher. I'm sorry. This was an earnings call. Anyway, this is an earnings call. And somebody had bet that the CEO wouldn't use the terms Broadcom, web, wouldn't use the term cryptocurrency or blockchain. And so what the CEO did was, hey, I've heard about this on Kalshi. I'm going to go ahead and say those words right now for those who bet that I actually would say the words. So basically you can sway anything. And it's kind of appalling it's funny when used in that context. Don't get me wrong. But like, if you're going to, I don't know, it just something's is a little skeevy about that to me.
Well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, they are now getting not only NIL, but they're about to get revenue. And it's going to be set up where it's just going to be, it's going to be like free agency in MLB. There's not going to be a limit on compensation. Right now, there's that $20.5 million revenue limit for universities. That's not enough to pay all these damn players that want the money for the basketball team.
Right, but the leagues are going to have to see which players move to that Kalshi platform, because you can bet on basically anything. Like that isn't included in this under this gambling umbrella. Of like, hey, please don't gamble, or I know we're gambling. We've got ties. Some schools have, especially in the Midwest, have sponsorships and whatnot. But it's as long as they're not on that particular, because you can bet on you can bet on when you're going to trip again. Yeah. That's how bad. That's what you can do.
I wanted to get on there, but they want your social security number, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So,
yeah, no.
I'll stay away from that. But I did want to join because I do like the theory or the concept rather of betting on these little things, because it's like, oh, are we going to go to war with Iran before April or before? Like, I wanted to bet on that shit. I was like, I know exactly where we're going. I got my insider information. But anyways, what about this though? More tons of NCAA news.
Yeah,
more tons gambling in basketball. There was NCAA reveals the details of the Fordham. Hey, you smart boys over there, point shaving. So there's an alleged gambling ring under federal indictment that approached players under the guise of being NIL agents, targeting Fordham men's college basketball players in 2024, leading two former Rams, like the Rams like VCU, there you go, being ruled permanently ineligible. The NCAA on Tuesday ruled that former Fordham players Elijah Gray and Will Richardson allegedly communicated with known bettors and former NBA player about throwing a game at Duquesne. That's how you pronounce it, you marks out there. It's not Duskins or whatever you want to say. It's Duquesne. On February 23rd, 2024, in exchange for $10,000 to $15,000 payments. Gray told the NCAA he had agreed to lose the game, but ultimately reconsidered and gave his normal effort. Well, no one can prove that now, buddy. And then Gray also said Gray agreed that he violated ethical conduct rules. Let's see, what else? NCAA said Richardson did not cooperate with the investigation by knowingly providing false information and failing to preserve the probe's integrity. He has now declined comment. So, I mean, it's only going to keep getting deeper and worse.
And I mean, at some point, you know, if for those that are listening or watching this who like have kids that are you know, going to be going to college or something like that, you got to look out for something like this because it's prevalent, especially if your son's an athlete and they're not on NIL. You really have to look out because I know several people who have decided, you know, it's probably in their best interest that they want to go ahead and gamble. But I think the difference between them and college students are still learning the world, whereas the other individuals that I'm referencing are in their 30s, they're in their 40s. They want to do it because they know they have enough cash and are able to control it somewhat. They can lose the money a little bit. But, you know, I'm not going to say kids have to be protected. I don't want to take that stance because I know people are going to be coming for me in the comments. But, you know, parents have to teach your kids better. That's all I'll say about that. To that degree.
And what I'll say to your idol, Mr. Warren Buffett, over here wanting to sit on his high horse. Oh, y'all stupid marks for gambling. That's why they get you, because y'all are all dumb and they're taking advantage of you. It's about no. And is he right? Sure, you should be investing your money into stocks and bonds, of course. But don't be calling out the little man that only got $100 and maybe want to try to hit a jackpot on Michael Jordan sinking a Game 6 shot against Utah in the finals. I don't know, buddy. Maybe that's just what we want. Okay.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, fine.
Mr. Buffett, to put in the stocks, I'd have done that shit.
So if that's what you want to do, fine. But I think what he was really referring to, when I know he stepped out from Berkshire recently, so he's not I think they elevated him to chairman.
He said this earlier today. He was like, "Oh,
I know."
He's like, stupid people.
That's because he believes as
the old curmudgeon.
He's not. I wouldn't say he's an old curmudgeon, but
he's 95 years old, sir.
A lot of people are living past their 90s now. They just are. They're living into their hundreds. And how much is he worth? 3.5 billion, something like that. Facts. Like, I mean,
he still has girlfriends younger than me.
He's got his money tied up in FANG and ETFs, and it's just great to see how he's, you know, how he's giving counsel to the next generation. And by next generation, I mean kids our age, basically.
Yeah, this program has been all over the board. It's crazy.
It really has. It's been all over the board. But I mean, we're all waiting for Liberation Day, second version of Liberation Day, to be honest. And when it comes to finance, so
Liberation Day for the NCAA, they move one step closer to allowing athletes 5 seasons. And eliminating the red shirt, so there no longer be red shirt seasons. Instead, every college athlete will now get 5 seasons to play after you're 19 years old or graduate high school, whichever comes first. So now we're going to get the fifth year seniors playing college ball, baby.
So does that mean because I went to VCU for 5 years?
You would get
would I get eligibility?
You'd get an extra year in chess club.
No, I wasn't in chess club in college. I played basketball.
You didn't play.
No, I was in the student government, and I wrote for the Commonwealth Times.
Student government have a team in basketball?
No, but the basketball team played us several times. Like,
okay, are you saying you played basketball in college because you warmed up in a game against the actual team?
I played intramural in college, but
tremendous.
because the basketball team, because of where I was living, the team lived across the courtyard from me. So when we just wanted to go practice, we practiced over at
Shout
Siegel.
out my boy Sale, who used to be a manager of George Mason when they were on their champion. That sounds like something he would say. I was the manager for George Mason. I was putting up 3. Look, if you didn't actually play on the team,
I don't go that far. I don't go that far to say that. I mean,
you just tried to act like it. You just tried to act like you was on the team. I thought you were saying you played basketball. I was like, you didn't play no.
No, I know my place. I founded the Rowdy Rams. We're good. I know my place. I founded the Rowdy Rams. They're good.
What do you think about 5 years in college?
I'm fine with it. There are a lot of kids.
A little Stifler action.
No, there are a lot of kids out there who do 5-year programs, whether it's to get a master's or whether it's to walk through a pre-law program or pre-med. So, I mean, by all means, go ahead and do that. I think where it gets a little sticky is, and I'm not pointing fingers, so don't come for me, especially if we knew each other or dated in college. But if you decide to change majors one too many times and you're extending that 5 years out, what happens then? Do you still call yourself a 5? You know, do you still sit there and say, "Well, I'm a 5th year's,
it wasn't
fifth year
you
senior"?
You corrected me. Who was it? The one that's
I don't know.
6 years in college.
I don't know. I remember American Pie. I don't know the reference. But I remember American Pie and its movies. I do, but I don't remember who spent 6 years in college.
Let's see. Van Wilder.
Van Wilder.
Okay. Van Wilder. What a great.
I do remember Van Wilder. Van Wilder was a great movie. It was. But seriously, shout out to VCU SGA. Shout out to the VCU basketball team. Shout out to Commonwealth Times. Producing great journalism. Even today, I still read you guys.
I don't know if you're allowed to say this on daytime television, but in Van Wilder, when they jerked off the bulldog into the pastries and then fed it to I died. I absolutely died. All right, moving on before we get to NCAA has initiated. How about this, brother? 76 teams. The tournament is officially expanding to 76 teams from 72.
What?
March Madness will have 4 more teams announced today.
76 teams? Up from 65?
I thought we were at 72 already.
I guess we are at 72.
They're going to add 4 more teams, I believe.
Okay,
so
sure.
Another couple playing games.
Why the heck not? No, why the heck not?
Wait.
If you're are they
where did
looking
we go
to
from 64? 68, right? Because they had 14.
68. Right? Yeah,
okay.
they went from 64 to 68 to 72 to 76.
Yeah. So they just keep adding 4 teams every couple of years is what they're doing.
It sounds like that's what they're doing, yeah. Are they looking for the tournament to go an extra week or two? Because I'm in favor of that. I'm
fine with it. I don't have a problem with you expanding the tournament. It allows more teams to come in, and it's not like a lot of the first round games now are competitive anyways. When you're looking at 116, we've only had 2 of those upsets, and the other one's not. It's on not till the 10 and 11 and 6, 10 and 7, 8 and 9 that you really start to get those throw up games where you might get an upset or something like that. So I wonder
how this is going to affect mid majors, because you've got mid majors. I'm going to call us out, like St. Louis or VCU, my alma mater. Are we 1 bid league still? Are we 2 bid leagues? How are they going to balance that out?
Are these about for football or for basketball?
No, for basketball, for the NCAA tournament.
Well, we know for basketball, if you win the tournament, your conference tournament, you're already in. So you're
right. I know, but if they're expanding it to 76, right? Mm-hmm. Are they going to include? Is the A10 going to get 1 more mid-major? I'm
assuming some more mid-majors will get in. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm sorry, but I think the CAA is going to get shafted again. But it is what it is.
Not like you would do that well, anyways. I had hopes for VCU, and look what they did this year. Damn it.
We jumped to the A10. We might jump again, actually, to the Big East. That's what I heard.
Is that the rumor going around? There you go. Breaking insider.
That's the rumor. It's not really. I guess it's insider information, but it's been out there for a month, so I don't know how you missed it.
All right, well, let's move it on. Final of the segment of the day. Excuse me. The mixed Bag. The sports professor's mixed bag. Asia Wilson signed the richest deal in WNBA history. Yes, after they got their new media rights deal, they now have more money. Supermax contract, 3 years, $4.7 million. And yes, I know that pales in comparison to the men's sports, because I looked at that, I was like, that was it. I thought they were going to get more in the Supermax. But hey, still can't be mad at $1.5 million a year. What do you think about Asia Wilson, the best player in the game?
Congrats to her. But I would say this also as a side note, and I know you haven't covered this, you may not, but shout out to Paige Buckers Beckers, thanks, for protecting her relationship a little bit and saying this is the only time I'm going to talk about it and moving on. That showed class. So
I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think that showed class at all. Actually, what I think that is a very incorrect judgment on her part. First of all, ma'am,
really,
you are the ones that put this in the public forum. Once you put something on social media, you are no longer private, and you can expect it to be talked about as any other person would like to talk about with the First Amendment, a la Jimmy Kimmel and Donald Trump right now. By the way, any idiot who thinks he meant assassination is stupid. He was talking about Donald Trump's age, so stop being ignoramuses. Anyways, I digress. We're not going to talk about it because we don't want to get you in trouble. I digress. Look, Paige Beckers, if you're going to put that out there and y'all going to put it on your Instagram and you're going to say that you're a couple and you're going to have her picked up and put on your Dallas Stars team, these are all things that if you expect the public to know, you need to expect the public to have discourse about, and you need to be okay with said discourse. Now, if you didn't want it out there and didn't want it to be talked about, you should have never mentioned it. None of us would have ever known whatsoever. Now, do I think people should talk disparagingly, or do I think people should denigrate the two for their relationship? No. Let people love, live, and laugh like a home decor photo at Bed Bath & Beyond, all right? Just let them do what they want to do. I don't care who you love. You can be gay, lesbian, bi, hetero, or otherwise. I don't care. Love who you want to love. I have no heaven or hell to put anybody in. But what I am going to say as a journalist, if you are going to put something in, a media journalist at that, if you're going to put something out in the public space, and social media is the public space, and announce something of the sorts, then you should expect not only that it's talked about, but you should expect a question. So for the lady in that press conference to block Paige Beckers from answering that question about the relationship is bullshit. Because that's an honest question that I kind of want to know the answer to. How are they supposed to coincide on the same team?
No, I didn't see the block. I thought she was able to answer the question.
No. The lady, the coach that was there, put her hand in front of the mic and said, I know you have to ask that question, but we're not going to answer that. Like, that's an honest question. I want to know. Yeah. How are two superstars dating on the same team going to be able to coincide? I want to know that. That's interesting information to me. It's a human element. It's psychology. I want to know what's going to happen. But it's fair. It's fair for her to ask, but you've just got to know, once you put things in the interwebs on social media, it's no longer public, and it's on the internet forever. Kids, remember,
you're right.
When you put something on social media, it's there forever.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, even if you delete it, it'll still be stored on an archive somewhere.
Yep.
And it'll be pulled up.
Yeah. How about this? We've got a couple more stories I want to go through here with you before we get out of here. Sticking in the women's realm, shout out to Allison Felix. How do you like this? U.S. sprinter Allison Felix, is teasing a comeback. The retired 11-time Olympic medalist said she wants to compete at the 2028 LA Olympics. She is 40 years old now. She will be 42 years old then. But as we know, she is, and I had her. If you go back, y'all, shameless plug, go check out my top Olympic athletes ever. It's a series I did on YouTube Shorts. It's very short, 5 minutes. You can watch them all. Allison Felix was in my honorable mentions for all-time U.S. Olympic athletes, and it's well-deserved. Not only that, but, she stuck up for mothers and, the postpartum stuff and all that stuff. So she was really big for, women and advocating for them. What do you think about the lady almost our age coming back to run some Olympics.
I mean, I look forward to dapping her up when I'm in LA in a couple of years. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I've already got my tickets booked. Actually,
what?
I've already got.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I've already got my.
I have to talk to you about that.
Yeah,
fun.
we can talk about that. Yeah, I'm planning on going sometime in July. But yeah, I look forward to seeing her around the not the Olympic Village, I don't think but like just walking around. I don't know what if like on their off days they're allowed to like walk around and like sign autographs or whatever. Probably not, but it would be cool to just check out like trials and the like. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to get into any of the events, but if
never say never,
around,
baby. Maybe I'll be covering it. We'll see. But no,
that'd be cool.
I definitely want to go, but if the ticket prices are going to be as high as they are for FIFA, get the heck out of here. We got to talk FIFA. You want to know why you're struggling to sell tickets? Because your tickets are freaking out the roof expensive. I just went yesterday because I wanted to go watch a World Cup game in Atlanta. I looked at the cheapest tickets I could find because I wanted to look at. I was like, let's just see what like a couple of shitty teams, whoever, Saudi Arabia and whatever, Czechia or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, the lowest ticket even for the worst teams was $600 for a nosebleed. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
FIFA, you got to lower the tickets. Learn like WrestleMania did, like WWE did with WrestleMania. They were struggling in ticket sales. They lowered the prices. They sold out the damn arena. You got to learn. That's why you're not selling tickets.
It's tiered. On the Olympic side, it's tiered. So the earlier rounds are cheaper. The later rounds are more expensive. However, if you decide to be like, hey, I'm going to go see the U.S. men's basketball team destroy Slovakia. But that's going to be like $900 in the nosebleeds, for example.
For any USA games, I understand that. But if I'm going to Atlanta to see two random teams that no one wants to see, and you're still charging me almost a half G for nosebleeds,
it's legit. It is. The problem's legit. Like we were looking, and I wanted to go to I think some of the baseball games, and they were like $1,000 to like $1,500, and I was like, well, I'm sorry, I can't if I'm gonna buy a ticket for $1,500 and go see a game at Dodger Stadium, I better be sitting behind home plate.
For real. Come on now. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were gonna say.
I was finishing my thought.
Okay. Anyways, no, you're right. You would need to be sitting behind home plate at Dodger Stadium or something. This is getting outrageous. Look, y'all, I get that these high ticket, events deserve their high ticket. Look, I paid a grip for 2 nights at WrestleMania, so I already know. But the point of the matter is that if your ticket sales are lacking, there's a reason for that. The prices are too high. Lower your prices. You got 6 weeks to figure it out. And I want to be at a game in Atlanta, so figure it out. Moving on. 2 last notes here. One kind of weird and one a good one that we will end off on. Netflix continuing their boxing push. Let's hope this time it's better than when they froze on Mike Tyson's ass last time. But Netflix has now scheduled.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? Netflix has now scheduled Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. The British super fight that should have came 5 years ago is finally coming, and Netflix has signed it. It's going to be in the fall, winter of this year. What are your thoughts?
I mean, is this why Netflix is raising their prices? Yes. Shout out to the boxing promoters who are able to put this fight together. Congrats to you guys. But I hope it's a good fight. Hand
over fist while your fees are going up.
I will do my best to tune in if Netflix isn't frozen. If Netflix isn't frozen, I'm gonna watch Disney Plus or something else. Like there's plenty of Letterkenny and other shows that I can watch. Or Star Wars shows, maybe, I don't know, whatever's on. Landman on Paramount. But I'll figure something out. But that's what Netflix's bag is that like they say promote these events, they raise our prices, and then they go, oops, it didn't work.
Another $5.
I mean, at some point, that's why it goes back to our earlier conversation about buying DVDs and Blu-rays, because if they're going to keep doing this, you might as well just, buy what you want to rewatch over and over again and be good with that. But I look forward to the fight. I look forward to the fight.
Me too. One last story. I mean, it should have been 5 years ago when they were in their prime. Not now, but whatever. I'm still gonna watch.
That's okay.
I don't know if you watched the golf tournament this weekend, the Zurich Classic, which they have a nice twist to it because it's pairs and teams of 4 competing, right?
Yeah.
So what happened here, though, the great story about this, the Fitzpatrick brothers, Matt and what's the other one? Matt and Alex.
Yeah.
They are brothers that are that both play golf, and they were competing together in this Zurich Classic, and they won the tournament as brothers. But that's not even the greatest part. The best part about this is Matt Fitzpatrick was
right.
Hold on. Yes, it was Matt. Okay, so Matt is the one. Hold on. Yes, that's what it was. I keep getting it confused. So Alex was the one that put it in the shot. I'll get confused with the brothers. Alex is the one that put it in the shot at 18 for them to get the win. And Matt is the older brother. Matt actually got his PGA card because they won this tournament. So his brother won the tournament on the last putt to win his brother a PGA golf card.
Congrats to them. Congrats to them. That too. I mean, enjoying during the first week of the New Orleans Heritage Festival down there, it's hard to, when you go down there for anything other than golf, you get distracted, right? But it's NOLA. So you're going to have a good time. Congrats to I'm looking up now to both Matt and Alex Fitzpatrick.
What a great story.
That's a fabulous story. I hope they're able to compete as the season goes on, and we'll be in some of the other majors, maybe the British Open or
one of the
other ones.
I got oh, you know what, we didn't even talk baseball, did we?
We did. You were out for a little while.
We got so off target. Okay, never mind. We're not done yet. We got a couple more things to do real quick.
I know.
My bad. First of all, let's do this real quick. Let's look at the hockey before we get out of here. Hockey Stanley Cup playoffs updated. Yes, my Kings were swept. We suck. Didn't even deserve to make the playoffs. What a poor showing that was. The Canes also swept the Senators. Your Capitals didn't even make it, so I don't want to hear that.
I know.
Sorry, Pete.
I said sorry. I just said sorry that the Kings got swept.
What do you think about Ovi? Is he going to come back for one more year or not?
Yeah, he's coming back for one more year.
Okay. All right. And what do you got in the Stanley Cup playoffs?
He's coming back for one more year the same way I came back in 2012. What do I think about Stanley Cup playoffs?
I've got the Sabres and Avalanche in the finals.
I would like it. Ooh, Sabres and Avalanche. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Sabres and the Oilers. As far
That's
as
not looking good for you because the Oilers got their butts beat last night. Actually, it wasn't even a butt beating. It was a controversial call. What happened was the puck. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I got a picture of it. Yes, I'm so glad you reminded me. I got an image of this because I wanted to show it. Look at this. That was the goal that Anaheim beat the Oilers by. So they couldn't even really see if it actually crossed the thing, but they said the refs called it a goal.
Okay, I'm going away from my sentimental pick then. Buffalo Sabres, because their crowd sang "Oh Canada" unprompted, which was fabulous in my opinion. Okay, fine. I'll take the Avalanche. They seem to be the most ready. As far as who wins it, give me the Sabres. Why not? Let's upset the apple cart. I know the Avs are probably going to be favored because they played good hockey this season. From what I've seen, they've dominated. But let's give it to the Sabres. See if they can do it.
Yeah, you're definitely right. There you go. I would like to see either. I mean, if the Sabres win, that'd be cool. I just think the Avalanche, they've been the best team all year long. So
they have been.
So let's go ahead and I want to show this crazy shot that happened in the Bruins game. If it'll look at this. So the guy shoots. I forget who it was from the Bruins, but they shoot the ball. Might have been Pasternak. Goes over the goalie, comes back, hits him in the bottom, and then goes into the goal. So it caroms off. Look at that. You see it? It's coming here. Look at it. It's going to hit off the wall right there. Comes back below the goalie, off the screen. How crazy is that?
That's mad.
What a horrible bad luck goal. But it kept the Penguins in the series.
That's a good luck goal. That's what that is. That's a good luck goal. Is not a bad luck goal. That's a good luck goal.
Very good luck goal.
That's geometry and physics in motion. That's what that is.
You know what else? And I'm glad you said that, because I got a couple other one more video I want to show you from last night. A little gift. Check out this dunk last night at the end of the Pistons and Magic game. I don't know if you were watching.
Oh, is this the one that I saw where he posterized what's his name?
Oh my! Where he posted Jalen Duran.
Yeah, Jalen Duran. Put it up for everyone else. Yeah.
Look at this. He comes down the lane. Get off me.
Do you have the freeze frame of it?
I don't have the freeze frame. I don't. I just have I just have the GIF, or the GIF. Excuse me. Boom. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna show you. I got another angle though. I got another angle of that. Let me show you the other angle.
There's an angle here that he's about to show you, ladies and gentlemen, where it looks like he's kicking Jalen Duran in the face. I think it's like
the one you're talking about.
It's wild to me because like
boom.
Yeah.
How about this? Come down lane.
It looks like he's kicking him. Yeah.
Put them nuts in your mouth, sucker.
Yeah.
Boom.
So if you guys are a reader of The Athletic, if you're a reader of The Athletic, they actually have the freeze frame picture of they have the picture of like his foot extended out, and that's what that's what made it an awesome shot. I'm like, all right, like that's amazing. Bucket list item.
Last but not least, Amul, you sent me this video. No, we're gonna talk baseball. I'm just messing with you. We still got. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna save the baseball talk because it's been a long night. Sorry, it's been 2 hours. We got baseball next week. Everybody, next week, Ball and Buzz. Check out our baseball super or month of April review, May preview. This is gonna be Cinco de Mayo, early start time, 6 Eastern. It's gonna be a special one. We're gonna do that for about an hour before I got Country Box. So we're not going to talk it tonight. You're going to have to talk you're going to eat your crow, though, about Alex Cora and the Red Sox. So don't think I'm not bringing it up. I will. And you'll talk about it next week. And I'll talk about my
Alex Cora, Victor Orban. I mean,
Yeah. What is that reference? I don't get that. Explain for me, please.
So think about it. For those that have been paying attention to world events, and I realize Omar covers a lot of world events, you guys are aware that Hungary basically is really happy that Victor Orban, was not elected. Whatever your political feelings are, he was not elected. So a faction of the Red Sox nation, the fandom, believes when Cora left, they danced in the streets because now we don't have an opener. And I mentioned this when Omar was away. We don't have an opener. You're actually going to be able to coach up the young kids. And we're actually going to have starters that last into the 6th and 7th inning as opposed to pulling them in 5. So, I think Alex Cora, from what I hear, is going to actually, I hate to bring this up. Please don't yell at me. You yell at me next week. But the Mets are looking at him, from what I hear, and the Phillies are looking at him.
Come on through, Alex Cora.
Yeah.
I'll take him. Y'all were stupid to fire him. No, I'm stupid.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's just time for a voice or a change sometimes, but at the same time.
That's what I said. That's what I said while you were out, is I think it was a voice. Or it was time for a change.
But I think he deserves more respect and should have gotten it through the end of the year at least.
I agree with you. I also think Veritek should have gotten more respect. because that what they did with him was disrespectful. I'm sorry. You don't reassign him. He's not going to come back. Is he going to take Chad Tracy's job at in Worcester? Probably not. So what you going to do?
The players were upset that Alex Cora was fired. So
and that doesn't surprise me. It's the way they did it, and then the way they walked away, as if they were, it was The Godfather or the end of part 2 or something, like walking away from that Baltimore, bar, and what's his name? Not showing his face when he owns the team. Don't do that. You spend enough time overseas. I have my own thoughts about that, but I'm going to save it for next.
Hey.
You guys have been treated to Omar's Mets crash out, so you're going to get one from me. On the
next
Sox.
Tuesday, catch us at Cinco de Mayo, 6 Eastern, baseball. Me, Amor, AP, Averill, maybe some others will be joining us. It'll be a Cinco de Mayo special before I go to Country Box. But before we get out of here, and we'll do that baseball talk then, how about this video you sent me? Let me see if I can blow this up.
Oh, yeah, this one. I had to.
I have to see if I can blow
the
this
goose,
up.
the Canadian goose.
Well, the reason I want to blow this up, if I can, does it look like it's blowing up there?
Yeah, it does.
No? How do I make this?
It does.
I don't understand. What's happening right now? How do I make this full screen?
I think that's all you can do, more or less.
Really? Okay.
I mean, people can see it. People can see it.
Okay. Well, just listen to this, y'all. Let me pause the music real quick. Oh, did I share with audio? Hold on. Let me share with audio real quick.
Yeah, share with audio.
Share screen. Yep. Also share tab audio. All right, y'all. So Amul sent me this earlier today, and I thought it was just an innocent seagulls fighting over a pizza video. But no, just wait till this reckless announcer comes in and apparently talks up about his private life. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, you didn't? That's funny.
No. I thought it was just never mind. Play it. Roll footage. Roll tape.
Hold on. Can you hear it? Oh, wait. No, it's not on the screen. My bad. Whoops.
Not sharing.
There we go.
Da, 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 da.
What am I going to do with it? It's too big.
So watch this. There's some seagulls.
What happened?
These seagulls are fighting.
Oh, he
over
lost
the
it.
pizza.
Yeah.
Now you've got to watch the beginning and hear what the announcer says. I'm going to let it come back and play again for you. Listen to this.
It's great. You get all excited about it. Then you get it in your mouth. You figure, well, what am I going to do with it? It's too big.
Sir. 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 Sir.
Hey, yo, okay, he could have been talking about pizza, right? Hey, yo, talking about pizza slice, right?
Bruh.
Reckless abandon is what it used to be, yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
This just said, if you get so excited when you get it in your mouth and you don't know what to do with it because of how big it is. Sir.
Hey, yo, anyway, the seagulls were fighting. There were about 5 of them, and they couldn't keep the pizza slice in their mouth. So use that as you will.
Still waiting on that heifer, Julio.
I know we're wrapping things up, so
Fuck you.
yeah.
You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Hilarious half-baked. That's what I would say.
So
cute.
Shout out to Jerome Powell for dropping the beat tomorrow at the Fed. Decision will come at 2 p.m. For those watching, it'll be on CNBC.
Shout out to you. Go ahead and give everybody where they can find you. Thank you for coming on tonight, brother. I appreciate it.
AM23 Photography is my Insta. You can find my website in the bio. It's just am23photography.com. Shout out to Portrait Meat, DC. Shout out to Omar for letting me come on every now and again and taking over his show. Not really taking over, but helping him
No, I
out.
appreciate you carrying it while the storm knocked me out.
Really, it's to help. It's really to help him out. Much like the same way I've been helping him out most. No, I'm kidding. He and I, we're good friends. We've been helping each other out. But no, this is a nice little. This is a great enterprise that you got going. But happy to be on. I would say I'm trying to leave you guys with words of wisdom. Stay safe, I guess. Remember what you put on social media. It's gonna stay there forever. And buy the dip, as my finance friends would say. Which doesn't mean, by the way, buy smoking dip. For finance friends, it means buy low, sell high. Sorry, I had to clarify that because I don't know who you're. It's a unique cross section of your audience.
The one thing I forgot to tell you when I was about to drop off, because you asked me about movies, I was going to say the one that I watched just last night is the new one on Netflix, Apex.
Okay.
Theron as a mountain climber who loses her husband and then gets hunted down by. I'm not gonna ruin the movie, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Y'all should check it out. It's brand new on Netflix, just released. Charlize Theron. It's a pretty good movie. I liked it.
Okay, I recommended Sinners because Sinners was fantastic.
I still have not watched it yet. There's a reason for that. I have a friend coming over, and we're gonna do shrooms together and watch Sinners.
I mean, I prefer popcorn, but
well, hey, I like to. That's how I get randy, baby.
Okay, well.
All right. Anyways, that's enough of that.
Anyway,
thank you, Amul, for coming in. I really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Talk soon.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Stay out of trouble.
That course idea you had as well. We'll need to touch on at some point.
Yeah, sure.
Course identities or whatever it was you were talking or working. I don't remember what you said. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's late. I need to go and get some food. My brother, thank you so much for coming on. Check him out at AM23 Photography on Instagram, am23photography.com. Go check out his profile of photos. It is awesome. And for more, I am Omar, the sports professor Fonseca. This has been the Professor's Semanalmente.
Upgraded.
Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. Please hit that notification bell. Lets you know when we go live. Handy QR code up at the top. Take you to our link tree. You can subscribe to our YouTube, follow our Instagram, find the rest of the socials there. Hit that like button, whether watching now or on the replay. It does help us out in the algorithm. And y'all be safe. Be blessed. Go out there. Be kind, do good things, and until tomorrow night, I'm burying the lead. Tomorrow night we got total evisceration. Hot Take Jake versus the Sports Professor. If you have not seen this show yet, it is the hottest show on the interwebs. Hot Take Jake and I argue about the craziest subjects. We'll be talking NFL draft. We'll also be talking, should Klay Thompson have cheated on Meg Thee Stallion? We will be arguing about all this. We will also be arguing if grown men should be stealing baseballs from little children at games and making little girls cry. We will talk all this tomorrow on Total Evisceration.
Everyone, it's the show that Omar always wins, basically. It's the show that Omar always wins. I've seen it. It's wonderful. You should watch it. Jake always loses. Spoiler alert for those that care.
Everybody likes us yelling at each other. It's a hit. All right, I appreciate it, brother. I will see you next Tuesday for baseball.
See you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, 6 Eastern, y'all. Cinco de Mayo. All right, brother.
Take care, everyone.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair fake it flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he 3-peated folk. You came prepared, now get ready for the show. Appreciate you.